Top 10 Scariest Coincidences Caught on Camera. Coincidences take place around us all the time, but we do not have enough time to pay attention to them. Here are the top 10 scariest coincidences that are hard to believe. This video is made after a lot of research, so I hope that you'll enjoy it. Let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notifications where we post videos daily. Number 1. The Bank Robber. The first coincidence on our list is from a news broadcast in Minnesota, USA. One day, a news guy was reporting on a bank robbery that happened the day before. At that time, suddenly someone rushed out of the bank behind him. The man is a worker in the bank and he points over to something at a distance. The worker says to the news reporter, "That there is the bad guy." The news reporter was completely stunned to hear this and said, "Oh, there's the robber, that's right." Generally, the man who robbed the bank returned to the crime scene the very next day. At the same time, the news reporter was doing a broadcast about it. There are a lot of coincidences right here. The bank worker runs behind the guy who gets into a van, but fortunately, the police were able to track him down and arrest him. His name was Ryan Lesko, and the police officials revealed that he had robbed the same bank 2 days in a row. Number 2. Bank robber caught after an interview. The second coincidence of our list is also related to a news reporter and a bank robbery. So there was this news reporter who was trying to cover a basic story about the heavy traffic patterns in Gwinnett County, Georgia. During the broadcast, she stops and interviews a random person who is just passing by. The person added comments about the local transportation for just a while and then went away. After some time, the news reporter gets contacted by the police for an urgent interrogation. That day, there was a witness who said that they saw a man rob a bank and then stop by a news van for a short interview. The interview footage, along with some other surveillance footage, were just enough for the police to arrest him. The man was identified as Eric Rivers. Number 3. Little Ghost Girl. At number 3, we'll talk about a strange thing and a morbid coincidence. So Ethan Minard and his friend were exploring a place when they found a long tunnel with a creepy vibe. While they were exchanging words on how dark the tunnel is, trying to keep each other calm in general, when they heard a small child's voice from somewhere between them. The time when this creepy small voice appeared is a bit curious and a strange coincidence. The thing simply says "hi" at just the right moment while there's a small pause in their conversation. Now, whether it is edited or not, it's up to you to decide. But in my opinion, there was something wrong down there. The man who posed as a teen. At number 4, we have Richardson. Rashawn Richardson was a star player for Hillcrest High basketball team in Dallas, Texas. He was quite a good player and was able to score 30 points in a single basketball game. He had gained a legendary reputation as a great athlete that lasted for 9 months only. It was when everyone found out why he was doing much better as compared to others. When Rashawn was busy impressing everyone with his super athlete skills, the other team's coach recognized him for a long time. At first, he was unable to remember, but then he clearly remembered that he coached the student 7 years ago. The coach alerted the school about the situation, and it turns out Rashawn Richardson is a fully grown-up man now, with a real name, Sidney Gilstrap Portley. The guy is 25 years old, and now is facing countless charges for enrolling in a high school by false means. Well, he also had a 14-year-old girlfriend who was unaware of his true age and identity. The most surprising thing here is that no one was able to suspect his age. Number 5. Ghost in the Attic. At the 5th number, we have Christina Carr on our list. Christina Carr lived in New Jersey, and she feels like someone is constantly watching her. While she was examining her old attic to figure out someone's presence, she gets a response. She was unable to hear the voice clearly at that time, but it is an older woman saying hello. The voice sounds confused and shaking, and it was like the person was asking for help. While Christina was examining the attic, she got another sign in the form of a distant siren. What do you think about this coincidence? Number 6. Similarity with Suspect. The show Good Morning America was just in a process to complete their daily segment when the co-host, Robin Roberts, noticed something weird. Robin found a similarity between a suspect from his previous story and her co-host, Josh Elliott. While the co-host was not completely resembling the suspect, but they seemed to look alike. Josh was not the only person the reporter who was broadcasting at the incident also looked similar to the main suspect. Number 7. Jennifer Maun 5. The YouTuber Jennifer Maun 5 often looks at the sky to say hi to her dad since the day he passed away. One day she was doing the same when she realized that it looks like her father is also saying hello back to her. In the video, you can clearly see a shimmering orb rise and fall to the ground when she says hi to her father. You can find family moments on Jennifer's channel, and I don't think so that the video is edited. Drop down your opinion in the comments. Number 8. Jack Stevens. Jack Stevens uploads different vacation videos and family memories on his YouTube channel in his leisure time. Most of his videos are related to travel and other such stuff, but this video was shot during his stay in the Biltmore Hotel in Providence, Rhode Island, and it's extremely scary. He's all alone in his room when a big light upon his head starts acting up, so he records a video for proof. The lights flicker on and off when he's talking about them. When Jack Steffens finally recording all of those other rooms, he returns to his main room to find that the one overhead lamp is doing all on its own. Number 9. Jim Springer and Jim Lewis. These two twins were born in Ohio in the 1940s, and they share an amazing story of coincidences. At first, both of them were put up for adoption when they were only 3 weeks old. Later on, they ended up with different last names. One of them was named Jim Springer, and the other one was Jim Lewis. But to prevent any confusion, we all pronounce them as Jim and Lewis. So Lewis was aware of the fact that he had a twin brother, but Jim was not. With the help of the court, Lewis managed to track down his brother by using his adoption papers. And after 39 years, when they finally met, they found out that they had shared many things in common, rather than just genetics. They both married different women named Linda, but both of them were divorced and then remarried to 2 different women named Betty. They both have sons, and they're named James and Alan. Both of them named their dogs as Toy, and it goes on to be crazy. Number 1. Body in the creek. A person was found wrapped in a blue tarp in Camptown, Pennsylvania. There was this local news reporter who is digging deep to get more details about this incident. She interviews a guy named Matthew Haverly who lived across from the creek where the person was found. He acts completely surprised about the situation, and he clearly said that he had no knowledge on what had happened. A few hours later, police discovered that the person found in the creek was Matthew's mother. During his interview, he gave no clue about the case, but he ends the short interview by saying how the person was dumped into a creek out of town by the hitman. The police officials didn't believe in that explanation and raided his property. Under his shed, they find the same blue tarp that his mother's body was wrapped inside. Matthew was later on charged with a capital offense, but not yet convicted. Don't forget to comment below on what you liked, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.